The year is 1927. Allie Rose Patricia Galt Steves is born to Edward and Allie Rose Galt in Ardmore, Oklahoma. The family moves to San Antonio when Patsy is 10. She attends St. Mary's Hall and Alamo Heights High School. She earns degrees in philosophy and English Lit from UT Austin. In 1947, a fiesta event changes her life.
My father met my mother during fiesta during the Order of the Alamo coronation, where my father was her escort.
In 1948, the couple marries. They go on to have 3 sons, Marshall Jr., Edward, and Sam.
Mother was a person whose glass wasn't half full, it was always full. There was no such thing in our family as a headache, as an allergy. You didn't get sick because that's not the way she ran the show.
While her husband ran the lumber company Steves and Sons, Patsy got involved in San Antonio and South Texas in big ways, including the development of Hemisfair 68 and Lady Bird Johnson's efforts to promote wildflowers.
Well, she was dear friends with Mrs. Johnson from the Hemisfair days. My father was president of the World's Fair, so all sorts of dignitaries from around the world would come to San Antonio, and our parents would gather them at their home, and that's where I think my father and mother first met the president. And they were subsequently invited to the White House 3 times for state dinners, stayed in the Lincoln bedroom, at least on one occasion. They formed a very solid relationship, and wildflowers were important to Mrs. Johnson, not just in Texas, but in this entire country. And Mother wanted to get behind that. Mother has pretty much has a great green thumb.
That love of flowers led to her involvement with the San Antonio Botanical Gardens, where she was one of the founding board of directors and served on its executive committee. Her passion for Mexican colonial and folk art, which she had collected for years, turned into a major annual fundraiser for the San Antonio Museum of Art.
She started the Bazaar Sabado event that sold curios, I would call them, and then that was a fundraiser for SAMA.
In 2000, Patsy began another important role.
We lost our father in the year 2000, and we immediately elected our mother chairman of the board of our company, Steves and Sons. And she came to work every day. She had an agenda, and she furthered the interests of the company. So when I'm asked about her from a business perspective, I always say my father taught me how to run the business, taught all the brothers how to run the business, and our mother taught us how to keep it. There was a world of difference.
Patsy Steves passed away in 2018. Her legacy lives through the wildflowers dotting Texas roads, the botanical gardens, the World's Fair, Steves and Sons Door Company, and her 3 boys.
She could do it all. She tried to teach that to us, that there is no limit to certainly where your vision is, so long as you can apply yourself. And she lived this ethic, if that's even the right way of describing it, that you have to love what you do.